Sandra Nelson. I have a fabulous person here, and I know you're going to be interested in hearing a little bit more details about my upcoming Globus tour, Gems of Sicily and Malta, in October of 2027. So I would like to introduce Joseph from Globus.
Oh, Sandra, we knew each other even before this role when we were both travel advisors, and I love what you're doing up there in northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, crushing it. And you have an amazing trip coming up on Globus, and I'm so excited to talk a little bit about it and answer some questions you have, but answer questions other people might have. So you're gonna have to channel your clients right now to make sure we're giving them the best. But Gems of Sicily and Malta, are you kidding me? Like this is like a little bit of off the beaten path. This isn't your normal Rome, Pompeii, or Rome, Venice, Florence type of a trip. Why in the world are you picking this as your trip to bring your friends and family and your clients to?
I absolutely love Italy. By the way, I got this hat in Milan on my last trip to Italy with Globus. But anyway, I would like to explore some different areas of Italy, and this gives such a great opportunity. And being 10 days with some add-ons, we have only 4 hotels, meaning we're going to stay longer in locations. There's going to be some enhanced free time, right? Can you tell us about that? I
Yeah, I
chose
mean,
it because of location.
the location, yeah. And if you don't know, this is that island off of the boot of Italy, and then you're going to go to the other little island of Malta off of that big island. So you're gonna get spots that most people obviously can't just drive to and engage with. And I absolutely love it for that reason too, because you're gonna stay, if you could even come pre-nights in Palmero, you're gonna stay, some of you are going to stay 4 nights. It's 2 nights on the tour, but if you
Yes.
come even earlier, you're going to stay even more nights there. You're going to stay on the Riviera side, on the east side for 3 nights, and then before you go over to Malta, you're going to stay in. I can't say that town very well. You can channel your Italian of the Pozzella.
Posala.
Pozzella.
Posala. Yeah.
You're going to stay there for a night as you get ready to board the ferry over to the Valenta, the Malta, and then you're going to actually take another little ferry for a day trip over to Gozo. Unbelievable itineration that this one is, and so you're going to get a perfect world of the coach because this is a small group. Also, you're
Yeah.
going to
Tell
be
us about the
max.
small
Okay,
group because
this is a
some people
small
that have
group
traveled with me
discovery.
haven't done that. Yeah.
Okay, so most of our tours are designed for like 44 people, even though we never hit that mark usually. You might be 30 people that'll show up on it, or 35, 38. Well, this one's designed for 18 people. So can you just imagine what the difference you can do with some of your excursions? So think when you're in it, you probably are going to have some opportunities to take a little, go into grandma's kitchen and do some cooking and pastry tastings and visiting the theater, but not just kind of going and being with the group. You're going to get opportunity to truly immerse yourself because we designed this for less people. And again, you think if you're making a meal, you're making a meal for 44 people, it's going to be harder to do than you do for 15. So
Yeah.
you're going to get way more smaller experiences with the catamarans and the excursions and going to the farms and all of those things that are going to be designed for less people. So this is truly an amazing opportunity for your clients to jump on this one, but also less people means that there's less spots, meaning like these could go quick. So this is why we don't want to give fear to people to like, oh my gosh, they gotta, you know, get onto this right now because it might be gone. But actually, in this one, it might be gone because there's less spots. We're not going to overpack this trip.
Exactly. Exactly. And so can you tell us a little bit about, for those that don't know, a brief history of Globus and how they look after us from the very beginning until the end?
Yeah,
It's marvelous, but give us some free time.
Yeah, so I mean, the brief history is this: a guy named Antonio was in Switzerland and wanted to get over to Italy, where you're going, but the top part, and wanted to get over Lake Lugano. And he gets in his boat and goes and is like, "Oh my gosh, let's start bringing people there." So we're almost 100 years old, Sandra. We're going to be celebrating our 100th anniversary here in 2 years. So we know land, we know how to get people from one place to the next, and we actually know Italy really well because that's where we basically started, even though we started in Switzerland. Um, And so we want to make sure we're getting you to where you want. We have a full-time tour director that will be with you the whole time. So when you fly into country, we'll have you'll work with us to get make sure the transfers are all set, and somebody will be with the Globus sign, and bring you to your hotel. And in reality, once you get off that plane, you never have to touch your luggage. You never have to think about, where do I have to go next. We will bring you to the next place and have you experience that. So bring you to the hotel, get you checked in. We won't obviously undo your luggage. This isn't,
Yeah.
one of those
Yeah.
places. But we will bring your luggage to your room. Actually pick up your luggage the next morning or when you leave that for the next adventure. Get you on the coach, and so we're taking care of you the whole way with our drivers that are obviously professional. And then our full-time tour directors that are going to be with you the whole way. And then when you get to some of these spots, you're going to have a local guide that is, an authorized local guide that'll bring you and get you even deeper into those areas that you're going to. So the reality is we'll take care of you the whole way. I like to say it's all inclusive. Now, are all your meals included? No, because we don't want you to eat hotel food for a lunch in the afternoon when you're in, some of these amazing cities like Palmero. We don't, why would you do that? That's ridiculous. We want you to get out and experience the culture. That's where our tour directors too will be like, hey, you want to try that deli out, or you want to try this place out. So we want to take care of you. There's always going to be some excursions in the morning that are included. A lot of times, and as you look through the schedule, and you should share that with your clients, there might be an optional one at night that is an extra charge, and maybe it's a show, or actually I saw one where there's what was it,
Yeah.
a farm? Where was that one? There's actually not a lot. I have so much included, and then the free time. Oh, this one, nature, flavors, and music. There's one that's happening in Turin. I can't say these words. I'm so bad. The Etna experience. Um, Eastern
Oh,
Coast.
Nina.
You meet at Mount Etna. You're going to go to the tallest volcano. You're going to go do some stuff up there. And oh my gosh, this now as I'm reading this, it looks amazing because you're going to 65,000 feet and actually see so many amazing things. But that's a 6 hour trip. We don't want to just throw that in for everybody because that might be not for everyone. And so that's an
Yeah.
extra cost there. Probably around $100 a person extra,
Yeah.
to go do something like that. This is going to be one of those amazing experiences, but not for everybody. Because we
Yeah.
want you to have free time in the city if you so wish.
It's great. I love that you have free time because sometimes you don't feel like doing everything with everybody all the time. And so
Yes.
some people might say if they've never been on a tour, what if I wake up and I don't feel like going and doing that tour? What happens?
So I also recommend if the coach is leaving that morning that you don't have that
Yes.
experience, you need to get on the
Yes.
coach.
Yes.
You get to the next location. We're not going to leave without you, but it just causes a lot of strife if you're not
Yes.
there. But
Yeah.
as you wake up and go, maybe it's a tour of the city. A lot of this time, Sandra, it happens on that initial city. You're getting to Palmera. You've already been there 2 days. You've already kind of walked around. Maybe you even did a little tour yourself. And then that first activity is a tour of said city center that you've been in for 3 days already. A lot of
Yeah.
times, even there, people will be like, "Yeah, I'll bypass that," and there's nothing wrong with that. This is your vacation. This is your trip. So if you want to not go to that show or to that tour and you want to sit at, just let your tour director know.
Yeah.
And so that's great. A lot of times, I know I was just on one where the Christmas markets, and I was like, I had to get to the Christmas markets, and I was in Nuremberg, and the local tour guide was doing such a wonderful, beautiful job showing us their city. But I saw the market, and I'm like, ma'am, I love you. Here's a little tip. I'm gonna be back at the bus at 5:30, right? And she's like, yeah, bus back at 5:30. I'm like, thank you. Have a great rest of the tour. I'm gonna get to the market. So I saw
Yeah.
something I wanted to do. Just let her know and head out.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then what was I going to say? Well, we can't get air yet, so we will look at that later. I
Yep.
am hoping, just to share with people that are watching this, I am hoping to go add 2 days in Palmero. So I want to have 4 days because I think that would be a really good way to get settled and
Hmm.
start,
Hmm.
etc. Um, I can't think of anything else. If there's
And when
anything
you go
else
to
you want
Europe,
to
you
know.
know this. You've been to Europe, and your
Yeah,
clients, some of them have, like, when you go there. I know when you and I went to Paris. Were we on a
yeah,
Paris trip? Yeah.
yeah,
We
yeah,
once went on an Avalon cruise together. when you
Yes.
get there and you don't go to sleep, like because you always get there in
No.
the morning and you miss
Yes.
a night of sleep, but get as much on the airplane as you can, and then just go hit it hard and get yourself back
Right.
on schedule
That's what I try and tell
that
them. Don't
evening.
sleep. Stay
Don't
up
sleep.
that
Go
first
go to bed
day.
maybe a little earlier than you planned on. Maybe eight,
Yeah.
9 o'clock. But you want to get up and get going and see those cities really come alive because you're usually going to get in pretty early.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So,
that's where you as the travel advisor do such an amazing job with your clients. You help them with their plane tick, their flights, probably out of Minneapolis. They're going. You're taking care of the whole thing, so they don't have to worry about it all. And I know the flights aren't out yet, but we want to get a deposit down on this trip, get your name on
yes,
there, and get this secured because this is not going to stay long.
I know. That's why I
Do you have a
wanted to get
city
this
you're
out
most
there.
excited about seeing?
Oh my gosh. Well, I kind of want to go to Malta, but all of it's good because I love Italy. It's a different vibe even from Greece, Like you
Hmm.
go to Greece and then you go to Italy and the people are different. It's just a different vibe. So I love Italy. Anywhere in Italy, generally, I'm quite happy. They're very comfortable, calm people that they like to take breaks. Like you do a tour. All right, we need to go to a cool cafe now, and you know, it's just great. So I'm excited,
Do you
and
drink
the temps are good.
the temps are good? The
The
temperatures.
temps are good,
Oh yeah.
actually, because of the location we were going. I went and did a little Googling to figure out, gee, it's October. What's it like? But it's 60s and 70s in
Yeah, it'll be beautiful.
October. I know. So it's perfect weather. And yes, I do drink cappuccino. Is that what you were going to ask me?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, would you cappuccino or latte, and because it's very when you're in Europe, we love our big ventes and all that kind of stuff, and so that's the biggest
Yeah.
thing, especially in Italy. You get a latte, and basically
Yeah.
we call that a cappuccino a lot of times because it's
Yeah.
just a couple shots with some good foam and milk, and it's also in a
Yeah.
smaller cup, and you just sit and enjoy it, and you wonder
Yeah.
why.
You mean an
Oh, I just
espresso?
paid $2 for this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I did grow up in Little Italy in Winnipeg. I don't know if you know that.
No.
So, yeah. And my friends that may be watching this um, are second generation from Italy. So where the stores I went to, the shops I stopped at, the place I hung out was Italia. So I have a little thing about Italy. Anyway, good cappuccino is really good. The thing that will happen though is you will get home and you'll go, this coffee is not good here.
No.
So then I ordered some Italian coffee my last trip. I got home and I went, nah, I can't drink this. And yeah, they have fantastic
It's
coffee, cappuccino, espresso, blah, blah. Yeah.
you're gonna have a great time sitting on these cafes and your break times and just
Yes.
enjoying life and watching life go by. I'm
Yeah.
excited for you. Thank you so much for
Yeah. Thanks.
working with us, and we want to make the best experience for all of your clients. And you want to jump on this one, and why not? Why you're gonna just pack this whole thing out? Why don't we have 18 people just from your group and
That would
just
be
book the
great.
whole thing with you?
I
And
think everybody should come. Have
you're gonna put
fun.
in the chat and the comments all the deposits and all that kind of stuff, but that's all. Just put your deposit down. It's cheap.
Yep. It really is. All right. Thanks.
Well,
I
thanks,
appreciate
friend.
your time.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. You have a great trip.
Thanks. I will. We will.